Hello guys, it is November 12, 2019, 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time. BTC 8774 on BYBIT. So in today's content, we're going to talk about BTC, Ethereum, XRP, EOS, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, ICX, and ADA. All right, so it could be a very long live stream, so depending how fun it is going to be. Right, nothing going on in the market, so it is time to take a rest and not rush the next entry. Because if you take a look at it, guys, we've been pretty much we accumulated more than 4,000 points, roughly for 35 to 4,000 points in this area of trading back and forth, up and down, right? So that's pretty good. It's even bigger than this entire move. So the most important thing right now is like to be safe. It is about to be a midweek. I mean, not midweek, but it's about to be like a mid-month, right? So November 15, right, in 3 days. So it is a good time to reevaluate the strategy and be safe, and then see like how we're gonna knock out like the next 2 weeks. Okay, so instead of like a rushing the target, you know, these 200 points up and down, it doesn't worth it. We're gonna look for a nice entry for a possible 400 to 800 points, or even more, up to 1,000 points, instead of like you know, playing between unless like you're scalping, great. But if like you're looking for 600 800 points move, you know, it is not a good time right now to be playing like between 86 to 8800. We're going to look for a nice entry and sit tight, relax, and try to enjoy the ride, right? So, and by the way guys, if you did not if you go to announcement, right, you didn't watch, if you're new to the content, like let's say you just joined the live stream, you can go and watch this live stream. Okay, like November 6th. Okay, that's when we had the target like down to 85 86. Okay, that's almost like 7 days ago. We targeted like 85 86. First target was like 89, and I explained to you guys all of that, the possible push to 9100 and all of that, guys, or everything. Even in this live stream, the previous live stream, I talked about everything that is happening right now. So I don't think like we have any need to be in rush right now. So let's start off the live stream. And by the way, also for those of you guys like want to pay earlier than before the 15th, it'll be great for me, so I won't be doing any administration work. So if you send your payment before the 15th, fine. Excuse me, fine. If you send it on the excuse me, my voice, man. If you don't want to send it you know, before the 15th, it's also fine, but make sure to send it on time, so I won't be like going around and looking for who paying and who's not paying, because it's only 0.011 BTC, guys. Most of you guys trading with a big account, stuff like that. So, and the type of targets you get, the type of quality you get, it is hard to find out there. So so you gotta help me help you, so you know, I can focus on the chart. I don't want to be focusing on like who's paying and who's not paying. And you guys know I never talk about payment. That's my first time talking about payment, right? You know, in the beginning of the live stream. So keep that in mind very shortly, right? So let's start off with the weekly chart. If you take a look at the weekly chart, you can say, you know, we don't have anything bullish about BTC, right? The only thing we got right now that could like serve us as a you know, give us a sense of bullishness is like the you know, the volume decreasing, which means like volatility going to be very high very shortly. You guys know that. And whenever your volume is decreasing and price is decreasing, it is a sign of correction. Okay, like whenever you see like price moves up and then price, you know, price start dropping on a falling wedge or a symmetrical triangle or descending, and volume is decreasing, that's a great sign of a reversal pattern. Could be happening very soon, or a very capitulative move, sideways correction, push to the upside, right? So we're gonna get one of those, right? So we have to be very careful, because it's about to be November 15, right? And I told you, right, it's about to be November 15, so we have to be very careful. So you take a look at the weekly chart. Right now we closing we below the weekly 21 EMA, so it'll be extremely bullish like if like we can go above the weekly 21 EMA within the next few days, right? But as up to now, and I mentioned it guys to you, weekly, we needed to be careful. That's the only reason we shorted at 93. On the 6th, something like that, the 5th, the 6th, we shorted at 93, right? So that's one of the reasons. Right now you can see like we're making some lower highs, and then making some lower lows. You can call it a bull flag, whatever you want to call it, but you have to understand what's going on, right? So let's move on to the 21 days chart, right? The 21 days chart, we just got a new candle, so that's pretty good. So this candle is going to be very volatile, okay? Like you see, like you're seeing right now, we got a downtrend, big tail, big wick, small body on the regular candle, not even like on Heikin-Ashi. You see on Heikin-Ashi we got the regular candle. Now it closed big tail, big wick, small body. So volatility either going to be increasing or we're going to get a slight reversal pattern, okay? But volatility going to be increasing. We could get another big tail, big wick, small body the next 3 weeks, right? Which is going to be like roughly like late December, right? Not late December, late November. So we have to be extremely cautious which side we want to be on, because we could be it could be very volatile for us, right? It could be very volatile and very profitable. So keep an eye on the 21 days chart, right? But it is just like the start of it, so there's no need to be panicking. So we're going to move on to the 3 days chart. When you take a look at the 3 days chart, nothing bullish, right? The 3 days chart is basically following the weekly chart. You can see volatility is basically decreasing, right? That's a Heikin-Ashi. No sign of reversal on the 3 days chart, okay? No sign of reversal. So the only way we could get a sign of reversal, this 3 days chart, right, just started on the 12th. So it has like, you got one more day to go, because it's about to be like the 13th, right? So the next 3 days chart gonna be on the 15th. So volatility within this range, okay, between now and the 15th gonna be very high. What we expecting, okay? We just want to expect big tail, big wick, small body. What does it mean? It means like if we enter a position anywhere in this area, we should be okay. Even like 88, right? If like we enter anywhere around like 88, we could expect like the big tail, the body, the small body to be right around like 88, and price can push all the way up to like a 90, 91, 9100, drop back down to a 94, and then close on the at 98 within the next like 3 days, okay? Next 3 to 4 days, right? Because this candle, the current candle, going to close on the 14th, but the candle that is going to start on the 15, 16, 17 could be the reversal pattern. That's what I'm expecting, but regardless, we're going to get our target and we're going to see how it is going to play out. So it is just speculative. It's going to help us like to see which side we should be on, right? But one thing you just have to keep in mind, volatility is going to be very high very soon, okay? Very high very soon. So let's move on to the daily. So when you take a look at the daily, we're starting to get like some sign of reversal, but these sign of reversal, it is making some lower lows, lower highs. Price is moving on their channel, basically similar to the channel we made in this area. Now we're making another channel to the downside. So we need the volatility in this area, a possible retest of 8500. That's where we're going to be looking for, and we talked about it on the 6th. We're going to look for 85 to 86 when price drop down, but we've been getting like too much noise, so I don't want to like send a long position 85 to 86. Some people are going to be confused. They're going to be like, oh, we're shorting, we're long, and stuff like that, right? But if you watch that live stream, you know that was the plan, right? So on the daily candle, we're going to be looking for a retest of the 85 to 86 level, okay? We're going to look for a retest. But let's move on to the 12 hours. Let's remove the that's a 3 days chart on the without the Heikin-Ashi. The 3 days chart without the Heikin-Ashi, you can see basically we got the reversal body candle without Heikin-Ashi. So we could expect another one next to it, okay? This one could give us our target right around this area of 85 to 86, right? Even 87, we can it all depends on volatility. We might start like a laddering from 87, right? Just to front run the price, but I will give a target as soon as possible, right? As soon as possible. So let's move on to the 12 hours. And then the 12 hours, that's a good sign. On the 12 hours, we basically got a strong rejection. And this rejection, guys, it is very powerful in terms of like a reversal pattern for BTC. We got a similar reversal pattern back like in the 9K. You guys remember? This one right here, that's the same one. That's pretty much very similar. And then we got another one in this area, a slight small one in this area, right? That we got one, right? One. Yes, it is very significant, so we have to pay attention to it. Even though we're looking for a move to the downside, we still have to pay attention to this candle. How are we going to be paying attention to this candle? We're just going to look for a 50 to 50%, right, of this week. Okay, we could, you could look for 50% of the, this week price to come back down and retest like a 50% to like a 75%, which is in this area. Okay, 50% to roughly 2/3, right, in that area. So which is roughly around like a 86. So which is in line with what we're looking for, 85 to 86 down to 84 level, right? So we have to pay attention to that, right? That's the 12 hours. Body candle is very engulfing right now, but it is just noise. It could move sideways the next 24 hours, but we will see. So let's move on to the lower degree, the 6 hours. 6 hours is giving us a nice reversal candle, but you can see the next following candle, it didn't have like a smooth body structure. So it means like if like this candle is very engulfing, either we could be moving sideways or coming back down to retest 50% to 65% of this candle, okay, which is still like 95, okay, which is still like 8600, right? And we're going to talk about the Elliott wave pattern, and then also the this pattern we got like from XRP and Nano. We called it from Nano, called it from XRP. So this is making the same pattern. So definitely a big move is coming very soon, from BTC. Okay, it is just like at what price level we're going to be looking for that move, right? So at what price level we're going to be looking for that move. So that's it, guys, regarding BTC on the bigger picture. So now we just have to go on the 45 minutes. You take a look at the 45 minutes, big rejection from this 100 EMA, this red line. We could not, break it like yesterday, right? Right now we're getting a massive rejection from it. So if like we get this possible rejection to the downside, the next time we're going to the 100 EMA, we're going to crush it. It's going to be a very strong move, right? It's going to be very, very strong move to the upside, just like the 40% gain we got, right? Nothing was able to stop BTC. And we're going to take a chance and talk about this pattern, right? You can see this pattern. I think like Popeye just talked about it. Also, I was watching it last night. This move, most of the time, is going to give you this move, a possible retest. If like BTC wants to go up, it's going to make this bull flag, and then we're going to take it to the upside, right? So similar move when I told you about Nano. When I told you about Nano, before Nano went up like 30%, right? Let's see. Okay, before Nano went up 30%, right? You can see on the 4 hours, right? That's a similar move we got, right? Same exact structure as a BTC. You got this move, BTC got that move, right? Now BTC is making this move. It can either drop down or or just start going up, but right now it is making basically the same structure as a Nano, and also the same structure as a XRP, because I was comparing XRP and Nano, right? You can see I just switch like the screen. You can see how basically BTC is basically making this move from XRP. That's the move right now we're looking for in BTC, right? This move action, right? It could drop down and push back up, right? So either way you look at it, if you're very familiar with the pattern, you can see like BTC is right around this area. Okay, so we're looking for this move, but Nano made this move already, right? Nano made that move. So it's a nice nice pattern to pay attention to, right? Nice pattern to pay attention to. So let's move on to the 45 minutes again, guys. So the 45 minutes, like I said multiple times, whenever your 45 minutes is oversold, at some point price gonna go, that's 45 XRP. Whenever your 45 minutes is oversold, not 9 out of 10, but most of the time you can anticipate a 69 to 70. Right now we're trying to push higher, but it is pretty weak. So most of the time, like when BTC goes up from the oversold territory to mid-level on the 45 minutes, the move could be like very nasty, very quick, okay? And this move to the, you know, this oversold territory can give us like what we're looking for, all the way up to 95 or 96 level, okay, all the way to 95 to 96. But the next move gonna be a big move, guys. It's gonna be a big move, so we just have to pay clear attention to it, and then look for a possible reversal and be very profitable, okay? So that's it. In terms of time, we talked about like 21 days down to the 15 minutes, down to 45 minutes. 15 minutes just gonna be noise, so it's nothing to worry about. 15 minutes, right? In terms of Elliott wave, we talked about like this move. We got, we got three, and then we're looking for a 3-wave move down. And I said it, okay, when BTC dropped down, dropped down to like what, 86, 87, we said like we're gonna need 3-wave move, okay? And this 3-wave move, it can be itself a flat correction, which means like BTC can make this move, make that move, get rejected, drop back down in this area, then go back up, okay? We talked about it like on our previous live stream. If you watch that live stream, when BTC made this move, right? And I said like, let's take a look at it on the bigger time frame. What we said this move is pretty aggressive, so we could, I was expecting actually a 3-wave move down, but it's made another impulse. But we could look for this move, a flat correction, a drop to the downside, then get this move, this strong move, right? So even if like we don't get this target of like 85, 86 level, even down to 84, we're just gonna look for a short opportunity somewhere higher and then take it down to that level. So if you understand the structure, you're not gonna be panicking, okay? If you understand the structure, you're not gonna be panicking. So basically that's what we're looking for. We can either make this move, drop down, make that move, and then push up, all right? So, or BTC can just drop down lower and give us this move, even like give us a flag in this area, then take it to the upside. But either way you look at it, this area is very tricky, right? So we just have to be very careful, okay? It's very tricky. It's very tricky. So, but we've been pretty profitable all along this way, so it's nothing to worry. We just don't want to brag about it, because once you start bragging, that's when you're gonna make those losses, right? Once you start bragging, that's when you're gonna make those losses. But this one is in favor of 60 to 75%, okay? All the way up to like a 9100. It all depends on volatility, and this move, then make this move, okay? That's what I think it's gonna do, right? That's what I think it's gonna do. Right, but let's see, all right, let's see. But even if we enter like 86 to 84 and it comes back down, it might drop down like 83 to 84 again. It's just going to be 100 points. We still can add more. It depend on volatility and depend how low the RSI is, and then just take it. All right, just take it. So let me take a look at the chat room. Hopefully everything is clear enough, especially on this 6 hours and 4-hour time frame. Hopefully it is clear enough for those of you guys looking for just to sit on the position for a week or so, right? In case like we got some high volatility, so we won't be panicking. Hey, what's up Zay, Nuno? What's up Gupta, Hank, Kelly? We got 14 watching. That's good, guys. We gotta break the record. We gotta get like 50 watching, so I think we got a couple of bots, so we cannot have like a 50 watching. So hopefully like one day we're gonna get more than 40 people watching, right, at the same time in our premium member, right? So, but we're looking good, guys. It is looking beautiful. It is looking very corrective. I love when BTC moving sideways, and we just gonna we could just kill it right in this area, give us this move, and that way we're going to get a nice divergence, right? Nice divergence in this area, and then we're going to look for this move, right, up to like a 95 to a 97 level. So hey, what's up Nadine? So if you guys don't have any question, we can move on to another, because I think like everything is clear enough, everything is clear enough, and then we basically talked about everything regarding BTC. The only thing we did not talk about is like the bigger picture, like the monthly and stuff like that. But we're gonna talk about the monthly after the 15 stuff like that. We're gonna take a look at the volume and see how the volume gonna be affecting the rest of the month, and what type of volume you're gonna need for the rest of the month, stuff like that, right? Volume extremely low on the monthly. On Binance right now, we currently got only like 400,000, okay, roughly 500,000, right? For 481, right? So not bad, okay, not bad. No, not bad. For 481 is not bad, but we could get like at least 600,000 to 700,000 by 16, 17, stuff like that. So we can get 1.5 million trading volume, but we don't want 1.5 million trading volume red, okay? If it is red, it's not good at all. Like we talked about it like back in July, and I told you if this monthly candle gonna be red, we're gonna have to start looking down. Okay, I said it like back in July, but most people weren't paying attention. We all wanted to be some moon boys, so we wanted to look for 14K, right? 16, 20, 30, 50. But this volume is very significant. It's very significant. It's very significant. So should you scratch? What do you mean by scratch? Should you put some short or should you remove it? So I think we already shorted at 90 to 91. That's a short we got like down to 86, 85, and 84. We didn't hit 85, but I told you to take profit at 80, 86. So don't wait for all those numbers, because that's what I was trying to avoid. This 87 range, low volatility, very boring market, and you don't know if you're not gonna know if you want to get out or you want to stay in. So I told you like take profit at 86. That's 500 points. If you short it at 91, if you short at 91.50, that's still 450 points. So that's still good enough, right? So take them off. If you want to take them off, let's see. For now, I would, I don't have any target, and we already shorted from 91, guys. Like when BC came back up in this area, like 90 to 91, we shorted. Okay, we shorted at the very top, like in this area. Okay, the rest of the market was saying like we got a big move, right? And I shorted it again, right? I haven't missed a top for BTC yet, all right? Let me touch the wood, but we haven't missed a top for BTC, guys. So we shorted at 90 to 91. You can go take a look at the Discord target, right? BTC target. So we said like, hello guys, BTC next target is a continuation of our previous target down to 85 to 84, right? Short entry 90 to 91, exit 86, 85, 84, wherever you want to exit. But I encourage you guys to, I said like exit at 86, okay? So it hit like 85, 50, 85, 60, but I didn't want to wait for. In case like you're sleeping and stuff like that, you woke up, see 85, you're like, oops, let me take it. All right. So, and I said like, target hit 85, 80, trade close, right? So, but we did already. So we did already. The best thing to do if you scalping, you could short this one. Okay, if you scalping, you can short this one down to this area of 86.38 if you're scalping, right? But I'm not scalping. Okay, I'm not scalping as I'm talking, as I'm speaking to you, right? I'm just seeing this on the screen and I'm telling you, right? I'm telling you what could happen, right? So you do whatever you feel like is appropriate. But if like you're looking for a scalp, that's a nice scalp in this area of down to like 86.50 roughly. That's more than 1%. It's almost like 1.2%. We can double check it. Okay, that's 1.2%. 1.5. Okay, 1.46. That's pretty good, depending on what type of leverage you're doing. What type of leverage? Okay, that trade is over. Oh, you must you must short it. You must place it too high. But always ladder your position just ladder your position. If you say 90 to 91, just ladder 90 to 91. Yeah, no. If like price is at 98, like let's say we say 90 to 91 and price is at 90.50, you ladder your position from 9.50 to 91, or just and 90 to 91 is it's very tight. So if like we shorted at 90 to 91, it means like I was pretty confident this is going to be dropping, right? And when I sent the signal, BTC was 90.68 to 90.80 in this range. It was giving us this small head and shoulder. If you can find it on the lower degree, it's like a small head and shoulder. So but I wasn't even like looking for a one-to-one. I was looking for way down, because we talked about it we talked about it already back in on the 6th, right? Talked about it on the 6th. Talked about it on the 6th. But it is looking beautiful, guys. It is looking beautiful. Let's just chill and be relaxed, and let's see if like on the daily it seems like even if you're short right now, you should be okay, even down to like 8600, which is like what we just said, 8630, right? 8638, which is just 50% of this wick, right? And then if you're scalping, just put your stop loss below the wick. Okay, let's say you're putting a long entry, you're scalping, right, with a high leverage. You put at a you enter at a, it's not a financial advice, I'm just like speaking like you as a as an individual, like an unknown individual, but and to myself also, right? 8600, you just put your stop loss at a 8500 below the wick, okay, and see. But it's gonna be a nice scalping if you're scalping along. You can short it down, long it again, right? So, but you just have to manage your position properly. All right, guys, I think it's enough with BTC. Everything should be very, very clear. We don't have any position right now. I'm gonna look for a position down to this area of 86 to 8400, depending on volatility. And volatility gonna be resuming very soon. Volume is decreasing, price is decreasing, so volatility gonna pick up very soon. And then we're looking for a reversal pattern right around 86 to 8400. Big tail, big wick, small body, some sort of body candle. In terms of Elliott wave, everything is clean enough, right? In terms of Elliott wave and pattern, we said like BTC can still make this move, like push back up, right, and give us this move like down to our target 86 to 84 and give us this move, right? So, and we talked about this move on the lower degree 2 days ago on our previous live stream. When we got that big move to the upside, we said like it can drop and push back up and drop again and then push, right? So this way you're gonna get your 1 2 1 2 3, right? So let's move on to another coin right now. Let's move on to EOS today. When you take a look at EOS, EOS the same pattern, guys. If you go and watch our previous updates, we said like EOS, we shorting EOS like from 346, right, to 355. It went up like to 37, something like that, but still it is like in the same area. Like it is even below our lower boundary of a 344, right? So what can we expect from EOS? I'm still expecting EOS to drop in this green box. Hopefully you guys can see it. And I'm looking for a big move from EOS. This move can be like a 30% move, okay? If like we get into this box, we could it could look very juicy, okay? It could look very juicy for EOS, right? Could look very, very juicy. But let's see if this pattern gonna play out. We've been having this pattern since like the 6th. It's almost like 7 days now. We're still looking for it to drop. So if you do like if I'm doing like low leverage, like let's say I'm doing low leverage with EOS like 3-5x, it's still sitting there, right? So I'm still looking for this move from EOS. Let's take a look at it on the on another pattern. If you take a look at EOS on the daily chart, you can see the 21, and then just like XRP, what I told you about XRP, and XRP was moving between the 21 and the 100, similar move, right? It was actually 21 and 50, I think. So you can see EOS is making a corrective move in this area. So this corrective move, it can either, you know, break the low down to this area of even very extended, right, and give us this move, right? Give us this move. So, but we just have to be extremely cautious regarding what BTC going to be doing, because we could be getting like a different pattern. This pattern could be just like a you know, making a wedge like this, retest this top, and then give us that move. So that way we're going to get our, you know, our W pattern, and then get the rejection from like a $4. Might not make a 30% move, right? But either way you look at it, I'm still looking for EOS to give us a slight drop again, right, down to $3. Hopefully we're gonna get it, but if BTC drop down to 84, probably EOS can give it to us, right? If not, we just have to take it from the current level in this area, you know. We just have to take it just like this, just like what we talked about Bitcoin Cash. You guys remember when we talked about Bitcoin Cash, could be making this move, push to the upside, and then make that move. So Bitcoin Cash did that exactly. So regarding EOS, I'm still looking for the move to the down. Even though like we got all these scenarios, that's the move I'm favoring right now, right? That's the move I'm favoring. And we've been sitting on it like almost like a week now, okay, almost a week now. But let's move on to Ethereum next, because Ethereum and EOS, Ethereum target was like enter like I think like 83 to 85 level. You can see we still getting like a massive rejection from Ethereum. We still like cannot break this area of 195. Okay, cannot break this area 195. Nice ascending you know, ascending triangle in this area, a beautiful breakout pattern. But I'm still looking for a drop for some reason, right? I'm still looking for a drop. Let's see if Ethereum gonna give us this drop, okay, down to roughly 179 again, right? Let's see if we're gonna retest 179. If 179 holds, we definitely gonna go to our target of like a 173 to 169 level, okay, this area. But 179, it is like a 382 pullback. So let's see, okay, we've been getting heavy support from 382 just like BTC, but BTC broke down, and now it is roughly around like a retested like a 0.618 to a 50% pullback. So but Ethereum is still holding very strong. It's still holding very strong, but target still like for Ethereum down to a 50% pullback, right, which is like a roughly 173. But I think our target is like 172 to 169. Close enough, right? Close enough. So let's take a look at Ethereum on the lower degree. On the lower degree, we basically don't have any sign of you know, any sign of reversal, okay? And we don't have, I don't think we got 5-way structure in this area. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So if like we want to be very consistent, we can say that Ethereum can go back up in this area and retest like somewhere around 198. But let's see, it might not be that way. It might be just the initial pattern we're looking for, this W, and now it is failing. We can get this move, right? Now it's failing, we can get this move. But it is pretty much correct to look for this move, right? It is pretty much correct to look for that move. It is pretty much correct. But we got enough rejection from Ethereum to be confident enough we can get this move. Okay, we can get this move. My laugh make you laugh. Great then XRP. All right, let's move on to I think we talked about all of them, right? XRP is next. XRP, we're still looking for the 25 cents. We haven't seen the we haven't seen XRP with high volatility, but we're still looking for this move. XRP got like a different pattern, and like you know, it doesn't look like a basically a Ripple. I mean, it doesn't look like a XRP doesn't look like a Ethereum and EOS and stuff like that, right? We're still looking for this move to the downside. Okay, 25 cents, and we talked about it since like XRP was like 31 cents, even though I got kicked out, and I was like, okay, you know, I shorted XRP all the way down to this area and missed my second, you know, exit point like by 0.005, I think, because I was trying to exit like a 0.246 to 0.245, but price came down to like a 25 cents, right? So I missed it, but you know, had it took profit at 26.6, got that one, but missed this one, and then got kicked out in that area, right? But it is okay. But I didn't have time like to take a look at XRP with the swell and all of that nonsense. I mean, not nonsense, but all of that, you know, great news and stuff like that. So so I didn't want to, you know, touch XRP. But we're still looking for this move, right? We're still looking for this move. Okay, we're still looking for this 25 cents, right? 25 cents XRP. And similar pattern, like I say, to Nano pushed it upside, also similar, and BTC is making the same pattern in this area. Could make this move a drop, a push it upside also. So keep an eye on XRP, roughly around 25 cents, right? So which is another 10% drop. That's a lot, token. That's a lot. But it could be another, you know, another similar move just like this. It might not be a 10% drop in 3 days. It could be just like that, right? Could be just like that. This type of RSI pattern, sometimes when the price drops, it is very volatile. Because, you know, RSI just don't have enough room to drop. And when it drops, it's just going to drop very, very nasty. So most people are going to be like, oh, RSI is oversold. It's time to buy. But sometimes when it's, you don't want to like catch a bearish market when the RSI is so oversold. It's going to be bad, guys, because every time you wake up, you're going to be like, oh, we're going up, and it's just going to keep doing this, keep doing this, keep doing this, keep doing this, right? So you just have to be very careful. Now, but nice divergence though, nice divergence, right? Nice divergence. So let's move on to ICX next. ICX BTC, we're still looking for a move from ICX to retest at some point like 27 up to like a 33 range, in this range. So we said like ICX anywhere around this area. If like ICX drops, it'll be extremely good, but anywhere around like you know, actually it was like 1800. We said like 1800 to like 1500 sats. Anywhere in this range is a good buy for ICX, all right? So, and we could look for 27 to 33. It all depends on market volatility, because you could get like some big wick. But ICX, we talked about it like it's almost like 5 days we've been talking about it. I'm still looking for a three-way move down. If like we don't get it, it's still okay, all right? We still can get this move. But right now it is a good buy all the way down to this double bottom. It is a good buy, right? And we look for this, right? That's the move we're looking for, right? If like we get this move, it all depends what type of a structure we can get in this area. Another push, or we even can get like a flag, just like I showed you by BTC. We can get another flag in this area, a push to the upside before dropping further down, right? So, but at least we're gonna look for this 27 to 30, 2700 to like a 3000 level. Okay, 27 to 3000. That's the level you look for. I wouldn't even wait for 3200 sats, right? Let's look for this move, right? So let's move on to ADA now. ADA is not moving much. Like we said, also just like ICX, we said like ADA. Okay, it is making a three-wave corrective move on the lower degree. Okay, it gave us this move, right? Just like a Ethereum, right? It gave us a three-way move pullback, just like this. Let me just draw it properly. Okay, and give us this move. Okay, this move. Now we're looking for this move. I was looking for actually a flag or something like that, falling wedge and push it upside, but it is giving us this ascending wedge. It could push higher, give us this drop and push it upside, but I'm still bullish for the rest of the year for ADA. I think it is a good buy all the way down to this area. It is a good buy because the move to the upside gonna be extremely juicy. So accumulation all the way down to these areas. Okay, all the way down. I'm not gonna be waiting. I wouldn't be waiting all the way down. Like I would just like a start laddering position. It's not a financial advice, but I'm just saying like what the market could be doing if like price drops down to these areas, double bottom, or you get a wick to the upside, and then we can get this move, right? But it is a beautiful pattern, a nice flat correction, right? Nice flat correction. Nice flat correction. Let's take a look at ADA. BTC should be similar. ADA BTC pretty much very similar, very quiet, very quiet, but it doesn't matter how you look at it. It might seem quiet, but this pattern, it is the same move it made on the dollar value and now pushed to the upside. And if like the dollar value going to be pushing to the upside, of course the BTC value going to be could be pushing to the upside depending on what BTC going to be doing, right? If BTC is not doing anything and ADA is going up, it means like both dollar value and both BTC value going to be going up. Okay, so both dollar value and both BTC value could be going up. So but ADA is a good buy, man. ADA. Let's move on to VChain. We haven't talked about VChain much. So VChain, nice double bottom. It didn't even give you a chance to like even make a nice double bottom. You know, it didn't even give us a chance to make a accumulation move. But right now I would, you know, let's see. That's the daily chart. Pretty big move. It doubled in price if you take a look at it, because I think we doubled like we bottom at 35 sats, right? So it is almost like a 35. Okay, that's over 100% gain, right? So you can see 125% gain. So that's a big move. I would at least let it cool down, give us some you know, sort of a flag in this area before looking for another move to the upside. But also is pretty overextended. Not bad as far as like daily 78 on a bull market. It's not that much. Okay, it's not that much. But VChain is basically, you know, very cheap, guys. Like 100 sats is pretty much very cheap. Even if you compare it like to the previous bull market, it would be like what, 7,000. Still pretty cheap, right? So, and I remember buying VChain like at 200 million like market cap. It was like below like the top 100 when I bought it like first week of November 2017, like right around like a 40 cents, 42 cents, right? So at that time it didn't have a lot of hype, but I used to see like under the YouTube comments, every time I'm watching a video I see like VChain. Every time I'm watching a video I see like VChain. But the video might not be about VChain. People might be talking about like the video might be like about BTC, but people just, you know, debating about VChain. I was like, let me give it a shot, and I did some research. I'm like, okay, let me just give it like 5-10% of my portfolio, stuff like that. But it did well. So hopefully it's gonna do good. But 72 sats is anything under 100 is basically pretty cheap. Okay, it's basically pretty cheap. Basically, you take a look at Cardano, you know, it was like a 2-3 cents like back in 2017, went up like $1.30 almost, right? And you know, the total supply was like, I think 25 billion. Okay, VChain total supply right now I think like 55 billion. Even if like VChain gonna go half of the price of Cardano at the top, when Cardano was like $1.30, that's like roughly 65 cents, right? Even like another half of that, right, we're gonna be like 33 cents roughly, right? So it's still a good, I mean, right now it is very cheap, like 0 something, right? So all the way up to like a 33, it's almost 50x, right? Almost 50x. But let's see how VChain gonna be doing. But right now it is looking good, and we're gonna keep an eye on it, right? We're just gonna keep an eye on it. But I don't have any target for VChain, right? It is just looking good. All right, guys. If you guys don't have any question, we talked about BTC pretty much, and in all time frames, and it is just moving sideways, and we're gonna analyze it later on. We're gonna give a target later on, right? So. All right, guys. All right, guys. Seems like you guys don't have any question, and let's see. Yeah. I really don't like this move. I really don't. Oh. But let's see how it is gonna play out. $87.67. All right, guys. Thank you for watching, man.